This is the case of detransposition of great arteries. You can see this is IVS and this is pulmonary artery. Why it is pulmonary artery? In this, just see image. If this is IVS, then if it is aorta, then it would go like this. If it is pulmonary, it will go like this. So anything that is arising from left ventricle is going above the plane of IVS, that is above. So that is aorta. If it is going down the plane of interventricular septum, that is pulmonary artery. So whenever LV is giving origin to pulmonary artery, that is detransposition. So whenever you find detransposition, just see how the structure that is arising out of left ventricle is going. If it is going upwards entirely, this image entirely, this most superior part of the image is anterior one. This is the most posterior part of the image is posterior one. So if it is going downwards, you see this is IVS and this is going downwards. That is just set you. This is IVS. This is IVS plane of IVS. This is plane of pulmonary artery. So it is going downwards. So this is pulmonary artery. So this is pulmonary artery. You can see this is pulmonary artery. This is right pulmonary branch of right. This pulmonary artery, the right pulmonary artery. So this is pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery is coming from left ventricle. That is detransposition. So whenever you have suspicion, try to see how the structure is coming out of left ventricle. So this is pulmonary valve, not the aortic valve. And this is aortic valve. This is right ventricle. This is aorta. You will see better in the next image. This is pulmonary artery. In this you will quite easily see. Again, I want to show the same thing. A structure that is coming of left ventricle is going above the plane of IVS, interventricular septum. That is normal. If it is going below the plane of interventricular septum, that is pulmonary artery out of left ventricle. So detransposition. That is the point to remember. Transposition of great arteries. In this image, you can easily see this is the plane of interventricular septum. This is the structure going downwards. So this is main pulmonary artery. And I want to show this aorta again. This is the aorta. This is right ventricle outlet, pulmonary aortic valve, and this is aorta. Or aorta is coming from right ventricle, and pulmonary artery is coming from left ventricle. That is a detransposition of great arteries. You see this image, like a moving image. Pulmonary artery, aorta, pulmonary artery, aorta, pulmonary artery, aorta. So in this way, you can understand. Is leaving RV. This is RV. Then it aorta. This is LV, pulmonary artery. So in this way, you can easily see. This is because of pulmonary artery from left ventricle, aorta from right ventricle, and there is BST. You see this BST is almost both below the pulmonary artery and aorta. This is the BST here. BST is very necessary, either BST, SD or PDA. Anything has to be present for survival of the baby, because mixing takes through only these holes. If there is no mixing, the child will not survive. So there must be either ASD, BST or PDA. In this case, we find BST. You see the BST follows from right ventricle into left ventricle. This is D-shaped left ventricle indicating raised right ventricular systolic pressure. Because right ventricle has to pump all the blood into aorta, so right ventricle has developed more pressure, That is why the left ventricle has become D-shaped. And probably this case also had a small PDA. This case also had a small postern secondum AST. So in this case had postern secondum AST and BST. This is the ASD. Now you can see ASD. Blood is going into left atrium to right atrium and through ASD, and right ventricle to left ventricle through BST. So ultimately mixing. You see, that is very important point to understand the circulation in case of detransposition. How the circulation is being maintained. Let's just see. Blood is going from left atrium to right atrium through AST. You see this here in this image. This is the ASD. Flow from left atrium to right atrium. And in case of VST, from right ventricle to left ventricle. So ultimately blood is mixing into each other, and that is the maintaining the oxygen to the all parts of the body. So in case of detransposition, circulation gets separated, pulmonary artery circulation and systemic circulation gets separated, and that has to get anyhow either VST, ST or PDA, so that circulation gets mixed and baby survives before the operation, a final surgical correction. Thank you.